So we begin today with perhaps the most important news story of our time. This is an urgent controversy, one which demands our full attention. The question at issue is this: who was the first man to wear a dress? Was it Billy Porter or Harry Styles? That's what we find ourselves debating today. And I think for good reason. I can't imagine any subject more salient, more paramount than this. You may remember about a year ago when the pop star Harry Styles appeared on the cover of Vogue, dressed like a 9-year-old girl who just raided her grandmother's closet. And this was, we were informed at the time, a historic moment. I mean, a man in a dress. What courage, what innovation. Previous generations won world wars and they invented space travel. We put our male pop stars in dresses. That is our contribution to the historical conversation. And what a contribution it is. When it was all said and done, of course, most of us thought that the story was over. Harry Styles had worn a dress. Peace and harmony had been established across the globe. Mankind had reached its zenith. Utopia was upon us. Or so we thought. Little did we know that things were far more complicated. There was a darker side to Harry's blouse. There were skeletons in the closet, or perhaps out of the closet in this case. As has been reported this morning by CNN, BuzzFeed, Yahoo News, the Daily Beast, the Los Angeles Times, TMZ, many of our nation's other most prestigious publications, Billy Porter has emerged all these months later to talk about the pain and trauma that Harry Styles' skirts have caused him. Now, Porter is an actor, I think. Honestly, I'm not exactly sure what he actually does for a living or why anybody knows his name. As far as I can tell, his primary occupation is to dress in tacky pantsuits and attend award shows. Somehow he's found a way to monetize that hobby of his. More power to him, I suppose. And he's not happy that Harry Styles is stealing his cross-dressing drag queen thunder. From the CNN report, it says, in an interview with British paper The Sunday Times, Porter argued that there was a disconnect in the opportunities afforded to him as a black gay man and those given to Styles. Quote, "I feel like the fashion industry has accepted me because they have to," he said. "I created the conversation about non-binary fashion, and yet Vogue still puts Harry Styles, a straight white man in a dress, on the cover for the first time. I was the first one doing it, and now everybody's doing it. I'm not dragging Harry Styles, but he doesn't care. He's just doing it because it's the thing to do. This is politics for me. This is my life. I had to fight my entire life to get to the place where I could wear a dress to the Oscars. All Styles has to do is be white and straight." Then he later on went on to say, "I changed the whole game. I personally changed the whole game." And that's not ego. That's just a fact. He's fought his whole life. This is it. This is the achievement of his life, is to wear a dress to the Oscars. And it's not ego. He wants to be sure that we understand it. Not at all. Why would we think that a man who cries to the media because he doesn't get to be the only guy wearing a dress has an ego? Billy Porter's a humble man. I mean, he's a man of dignity, a man of humility, prancing on the red carpet in a ball gown. Yeah, he's prancing, but he's doing it in a dignified way. But is it true that he invented the concept of cross-dressing? Well, no, of course it's not remotely. This is one of the many contradictions we run into with the proponents of gender fluidity. On one hand, they insist that, nothing they're doing is novel or unprecedented. They assure us that all of their wildest gender inventions have a long and storied history. They say that there were, trisexual, genderqueer, sadomasochistic furries back in George Washington's time. Maybe he was one himself, who knows? Traditional cultures throughout the globe have expansive ideas about gender, they tell us. You could hack your way into the Amazon rainforest and stumble across an uncontacted tribe, and no doubt that tribe will have its own sex reassignment clinics. This is all quite widespread. It's universal. It's in keeping with historical precedent, they say. But then on the other hand, when a man puts on a miniskirt and winks at a camera, they want us to throw him a parade as if he just landed on the moon. So all of this stuff is normal and universal and totally ordinary, and also revolutionary and bold and unique and daring. All at once. Well, okay then. And yet, there's something revealing, I think, about this controversy, if we can call it that. Because we notice again, in perhaps, the most direct and explicit way that we've seen yet, how womanhood has been turned into a trophy to be won, or a flag to be captured. Billy Porter, other guys like him, they wear femininity like a Halloween costume. And it looks ridiculous on him. It looks ugly, profane, vulgar. He appropriates it. He makes a mockery of it. And he demands to be celebrated. Now, sure, anybody can wear a dress. That's precisely why it's no achievement to wear one. But dresses are designed to accentuate the female form. If you have no female form to accentuate, at best, you'll end up looking silly, like a dog in a sweater. Worse, because you're ridiculing, and you look worse than that because you are ridiculing the feminine, even while trying to claim it as your own. You have turned womanhood into a performance, into a comedy, a not very funny one. More of a farce, a tragedy. But there are still more direct ways of going about that, of course. Like Rachel Levine, who's the biological male HHS official who, according to an announcement for the Biden administration this morning, has now been sworn in as a 4-star admiral, making him the U.S. Public Health Service's, quote, first ever female 4-star admiral. That's the official announcement from the Biden administration. That's in their press release. First ever female 4-star admiral is a man. Female. They're not even saying woman, but female. He's been given not just the social designation, but the biological one as well. Womanhood was awarded to him, like the 4-star rank. It's a badge that he can wear around on his chest, like his fake breasts. It's just it's a fake thing that he can wear around. It's an object. That's what these people have made of womanhood. Hey, listen, hit the subscribe button. Do it right now. I demand it. And I thank you for your compliance. It is somewhat appreciated.